All throughout the PVL Invitational Conference, we kept mentioning all these super rookies that gave instant boosts to their respective squads. And after all that's happened in this super quick conference, let's assess who lived up to the hype in the rookie class of 2023. Now joining us to discuss the rookie standouts is PVL analyst Paneng Mercado de Koning-Schwarter. Paneng, how are you doing?
Hi, Dip. Hi, Paolo. I'm here now live sa PVL, sa Phil Sports Arena. Sobrang dami tao. Very exciting games this afternoon.
You know, so many exciting games, and unfortunately, we can't talk about the games happening right now kasi mamaya sa later airing natin, mahirapan na mga fans. So, let's focus on something that we can talk about all around, and that is the rookie standouts this conference in particular. Paneng, grabe yung mga rookies this year, this conference in particular. What do you have to say about this current crop of rookies in terms of the quality that they bring sa PVL?
Well, a lot of our rookies, galing sila sa UAAP, right? Sometimes they were the leader of their team going back to the UAAP, but this time sa Pro League, as in nakakasabay sila sa mga pro athletes right now, even their seniors. And definitely, makikita sa kanila na nag-enjoy sila every time na may game yung team sila.
Right, Paneng. And with that said, we have a question to ask you. If PVL were to have a Rookie of the Year, sino sa tingin mo yung mananalo, or who are the candidates of this year's batch for the PVL? And
hindi to official, Paneng. The list that you give out is not the official PVL list. We have to emphasize that. Pero sino nga ba yung mga nominees mo, if ever meron?
Well, actually, super hirap mamili dahil sobrang daming talents for this conference. But I chose 4 rookies for this conference. First is si CC Rondina of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. You know, she last played indoor volleyball during the 2019 PSL with Petron Blaze Spikers, and they won the championship during the 2017 All-Filipino Conference for the Philippine Superliga. Though she had a 4-year hiatus because she focused on the beach volleyball tournaments, kung saan naka-bronze medal siya noong 2019 Southeast Asian Games and 2021 Southeast Asian Games, at nag-gold medal din sila ng 2022 FIVB Beach Volleyball Tournament. So, parang, di ba, parang maisipin natin, iba yung talent pag nasa outdoor volleyball ka. Pero grabe, 4-year hiatus in indoor volleyball, hindi mo mahalata because very reliable ito sa CC Rondina. And she is currently the top scorer for the Choco Mucho Flying Titan squad.
Yeah, you know, alam mo, a lot of people were saying that the CC still have it sa indoor because obviously, mahaba nga yung break niya, but I think she showed everyone na kaya niya. So I'm gonna jump the gun a bit here and reveal yung susunod mo na mga nominees and just ask you questions about them. Itong si Faith Nispero, someone that grabe yung hype going into yung PVL, going in for the Carry Chargers. Pero alam mo, mabagal yung simula niya eh. What changed in her throughout the conference that put her in this list para sa'yo?
Well, yeah, like what you mentioned, she definitely had a slow start, but nag-pick up siya ng final few games nila. And she's the number 1 scorer for the Akari Chargers. And number 11 siya as the best scorer for the league so far. And number 8 in spiking. So I think what's important here is, though she had a slow start, but as a rookie, she's very reliable inside the court for the Akari Chargers. Not just in the front row, but maaasahan mo din si Faith in the back row with her digs and reception. So very big help itong si Faith for the whole squad.
Arguably, the most sought-after recruit itong si Faith Nisperos coming out of college. But of course, we also have another player out of the UP Lady Fighting Maroons, si Lai Bertolano. Medyo ripe na rin to, Paneng. What can you say about her performance, especially with a new team like Jerflor?
Well, actually, she only played 2 years with the UP Fighting Maroons and she decided to join the Pro League now. And number 1 scorer itong si Lai Bertolano for the Jerflor Defenders. Number 21 siya sa scoring, best scorers for the league. And number 2 in receiving, and number 3 in serving. So for me, it's very important talaga if you're a spiker, is nakakatulong ka not just in the front row but in the back row. She's definitely one of the go-to players ng Jerflor Defenders. Ang ganda na receive niya. That's why we saw that in the statistics. Kahit na wala silang napanalo for this conference, medyo slow start for this team, she still proved that she's one of the best players there.
Alam mo, the next one that you pick is very interesting to me because yung expectations ng nominee na to was through the roof going into the PVL. Pero pagdating niya sa PVL, not necessarily hitting those expectations. Maybe some of them were unrealistically high. Itong si Ea Laure, you take a look at what she's done, yung performance niya here in the conference so far. It's always going to be tough to live up to yung malaking billing. But what do you have to say about your performance niya this conference?
Well, during the crossovers first game of the conference, siya yung nakascore ng madami, like 14 points siya and 15 receptions. The most among all rookies who had their first game during that day. Like what you mentioned, the statistics weren't as impressive as expected, but she delivered when she was needed. One of the go-to spikers itong si Ea Laure. Though she was 39th in the best scores for this league, pero number 5 siya in the receiving department. So whenever kailangan makapuntos ng charity crossovers, they can always rely on Ea Laure.
With that said, Paneng, no, all these players that you mentioned are out of contention na sa semifinals. But if you were to choose one, we'll put you on the spot here ni Pao. If you were to choose one among the four, sino sa tingin mo yung pinaka nag-stand out? Not necessarily will win the Rookie of the Year, pero yung sa tingin mo after covering these games, sino yung nag-stand out?
Sorry, was that medyo nawala ka?
Yeah. If you were to choose one out of the four, who do you think stood out the most this conference?
For you.
For me, I would choose CC Rondina because very impressive in performance after this conference. Like what I mentioned, 4-year hiatus in the indoor volleyball, pero hindi mo mahalata yun dahil very consistent yung mga nilalaro niya. Every time may game itong Chocomucho, siya yung one of the top scorers ng squad. Mapa front row man yan or back row, top scorer itong si CC Rondina.
Yeah, Rondina Papagod is the term we're using for CC Rondina. Paneng, I really appreciate you. Enjoy the games there. We're jealous that we're not there. Hopefully, you have a great one later. Thank you.